Today we're talking about fragrances in gorgeous gold bottles that will help you upgrade your collection. Please stay tuned. Welcome back to the Pam Jordan YouTube channel, your weekly source for fragrance recommendations, reviews, useful tips to help you curate and care for your collection, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share the video as well. As I mentioned in the intro, I'm sharing gold bottles in my collection in honor of Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. It's an annual video I produce every September to honor children who are still in the fight and for those who fought bravely but passed on. Now this year I'm doing a tag video, so if you wish to participate to show your support on any platform, we would be honored. So let's get started. My first fragrance is Ruby Rain by the House of Xerjoff. I selected this because of the gold geometric shape of the Bengal tiger face of the cap. I think it's so beautiful. Ruby Rain is actually a second edition to the original Siberian tiger design of Emerald Rain. Now, this Bengal tiger, it represents courage, it represents good fortune, it represents love, honor, and protection. And it's immersed with armor and the power of energy and strength. And to me, this totally captivates me because it encapsulates what kids are going through when they're fighting cancer. You know, they show you that resiliency. The details on the cap is that it's 18 karat yellow gold. The eyes are ruby crystal eyes with over 100 hand-placed white Swarovski crystals are all around it. The fierceness and the courageousness of this cap, it represents the year of the tiger, again, of good fortune and courage for everyone. So for me, this is more than just a beautiful cap. It's a representation of strength. The notes for Ruby Rain has bergamot and cedar leaves, rose and saffron at the top. You've got orange blossom, gaiac wood, agarwood, and suede in the middle. And in the base, you've got incense, patchouli, amber musk, and cedarwood, and a little bit of tonka bean as well. I get all of that on my skin. This is a very strong fragrance. It's great for this time of the year. So Ruby Rain by the House of Xerjoff. The next bottle is Dates Delight by the House of Oud. This is a gorgeous bottle, guys. Hand painted, absolutely stunning. As you can see, the base is gold. That's why I selected it. But I absolutely love this presentation. This is gorgeous. It has accords of sweet vanilla, warm spiciness, some amber, some cinnamon in there. A great fragrance for this time of the year, for the fall, because of those elements. Notes, you have dates, you have peony as well, but in the middle you've got sweet caramel, the tonka beans, the coumarin, and the cinnamon. In the base you've got more sweetness with some sugar, labdanum, vanilla, benzoin, and honey. This is definitely a gourmand lover's love. I can't get enough of this fragrance when I wear it. I can't get enough of it staring at it, to be quite honest with you, and this will definitely upgrade your fragrance collection. On my skin, I get beautiful sweetness that projects very elegantly. So this is the House of Oud's Dates Delight. My next gold bottle is Alien Goddess Intense, and I love this bottle. I really do. I love playing with it. As you can see, I like to flicker it in the light to see what it looks like because I like the way it looks like it's on fire. Like I'm some sort of goddess, literally, or I'm in a sci-fi movie and I found like a gem or something to that effect. Yeah, my imagination. I watch too much sci-fi with my kids. Anyways, this has accords of amber and floral and coconut. It's very balsamic. It's also quite sweet, creamier than the original, definitely. The coconut in here is coconut milk and not coconut water. You've got a lot of jasmine, and that pulls on my skin, that jasmine tea, which is really odd because the vanilla is what I expected to smell more of. If you have not smelled Alien Goddess Intense, I recommend that you do, as well as try and mix it with Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. I find that it lasts a little bit longer and it's actually a good combination. At least on my skin it was. So this is Alien Goddess Intense, and this is by the House of Mugler. September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and this video is to show my support and advocate for those kids that are still in the fight. I lost my kid in 2016. He was 18, and to this day, I still struggle with it. This is a painting that he did a few months before he passed away, and it's about him going into, absolute nothingness. Didn't know where he was going, but it was still colorful from his eyes. For the short time Christian was here, he created a legacy of love and giving back. He loved others and showed it in his actions. Everyone that came in contact with him felt the same. Christian had a great scientific mind, and so I want to carry on his legacy. I joined forces with MIB agents and created a nonprofit in his honor. This is for osteosarcoma research. You can help by going to the site and then you hit family funds or find a fund. When you hit on find the fund, just scroll down. You'll see Christian's name and his picture. When you click on his name, it'll take you directly to his fund where you can donate if you so choose to. Our goal for this year is to raise $5,000 for Christian's Fund for Osteosarcoma Research. I will leave the link down in the description, so please click on that link if you'd like to donate and share as well. Thank you for listening. So let's get back into these bottles. This is Lavandes Trianon. This is by Maison Lancome. This is the upper echelon of the Lancome brand. Lavandes Trianon is very lactonic and milky and vanillic and lavender and a little bit of aromatic and some spiciness there too. The notes are all vanilla at the top with a little bit of milk, well, no, a lot of milk. And then in the base, you've got lavender. I have noticed comparisons to YSL Libre Intense, but to me, this stands on its own. Not a safe blind buy. I had to wait a little bit before I fell in love with this fragrance. Usually, I wear it to sleep because it's very comforting and I enjoy it quite a bit. So this is Lavandes Trianon by Maison Lancome. My next gold bottle is Benevolence, my favorite fragrance from the house of Sillage. I love this fragrance so very much. This has beautiful accords of vanilla, white floral, a bit of almond. It's so soft, spicy. Tad bit citrus as well, and powdery on the dry down on my skin. This I love. I can't speak anything negative about this fragrance. Looking at the notes, there are bitter almonds, star anise, and the bergamot at the top, which gives it the citrus vibe. But that orange blossom in the middle is what everybody keeps comparing it to with Sintra and Love Don't Be Shy. I find that on initial spray, maybe it gives hints of those fragrance, but Benevolence stands on its own on my skin because I own Love Don't Be Shy. I don't own Sintra, but I just recently tested it. So this is Benevolence, my favorite fragrance from the house of Sillage. I can't really talk about gold bottles if I'm not talking about Xerjoff's Accento Overdose. This bottle looks and it feels luxurious. I love the design of the bottle. The accords are aldehydic and aromatic and green and fruity and fresh. All I was thinking is maybe it smells like something I have in my collection by Tiziana Terenzi until I saw camphor in the accords as well. Accento or Accento Overdose has fruity notes at the top with green accords and aldehydes, which gives it a nice powdery vibe a little bit once it dries down. Then in the middle, you've got Egyptian jasmine, Bulgarian rose, and lily of the valley. And the base, the eucalyptus and the pine is what gives you that camphor-like, medicine-like effect, which does pull on my skin. I do get that medicinal effect. Initially, I did not like this fragrance, but I've come to love it after I let it sit around, I would say about 5 or 6 months. I came back to it and I found that I cannot overspray it, but I can definitely tolerate it. If you have Accento or Accento Overdose, please let me know down in the comments. Tell me if you like it, love it, or hate it. If you've had to warm up to it like I had, I want to hear your point of view. I would love it if you guys could do this tag for the month of September and show your support for Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Make sure you tag me so I see your videos and your posts. And if you would like to, use that link below for Christian's nonprofit. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share the video as well. Please take care of yourself and each other, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!